I'm Brad Glasgow. I'm Randy's neighbor. We came here in 1989. Uh, there was an old farmhouse on the hill that was run down and derelict. Randy took charge of that, and as you can see, it turned out to be a real nice house now. And we've helped each other throughout the years on projects. Both have a lot of mechanical background. Randy's more into the paint and the bodies and more of an artist style person than I am. I'm a real diagnostic type problem solver and I've been dealing with motors and transmissions and vehicles all my life. Well, Randy and I talked about this years ago, and it really is a strong point to come across with younger people to help them develop their skill levels, which are really survival skills. We can't all afford to take our cars to the dealership. These guys have experience now of being able to maintain their own vehicles, make things better, and they're not afraid anymore of some of the challenges that a younger person is afraid of because they know that Randy's there as a mentor who will help guide them through the process. And I do the same thing with them in the areas of expertise that I have. So I've developed relationships with a number of the young people that come through here in the last 15, 20 years. And I've helped some of those people get jobs and move forward in life. It's satisfying to give back to young people. I raised 3 kids. This is like raising a couple of others. And that's a good role for me, and it's a good role for them. I think I have their respect, and they earn my respect. The young people that hang around here are good kids, and they're spending their time creating a better knowledge for themselves and how to be self-sufficient and to take care of themselves and their families. So it's a great place to be during the day. These guys are actually doing things with their hands and being physical out here, lifting and carrying, and it's a really wholesome location for them to be at. I'm kind of semi-retired, so I come home at noon and I get done with the little projects I've got. And I always meander on up here sometime in the afternoon. And there's always something new and different, challenging to do. If you've gotten in over your head on a repair and you have to go to somebody, that's okay. It's not like being afraid to ask the questions, not having the confidence to go get on the internet, look up the parts and look up the way that other people do it and figure out how you're going to prepare to do it. That whole process of diagnosing a problem, figuring out how to resource the people that are good. And when we used to say on the internet, go ask the geeks. Yeah, well, when it comes to painting and repairing and restoring cars, Randy's the geek that you go to.
What are my many geek qualities?
Probably the only one. Young people understand that it's not just clocking in at 8 and leaving at 5. You have to be thinking about it all night long. You have to be ready to do it in the morning. You've got to be able to stick to it all day long. And you've got to plan your next day for the challenges that you know are going to be there. And I think that's a positive thing for every one of the people that come through the shop. And Randy does have the proper motivation. He really wants to see these people be a success. And that in itself, like he said, gets him up in the morning and makes him want to expand and develop projects that they can be involved in. There's no shortage of opportunities for these young people to step up to the plate and be a part of a project and learn from that project.
The thought that we're coming to this point where it's my fault. I got into this jam because I got overly generous. Had equity in my house. Heck, I'll take it out and I'll loan it to these members. Sure, there were good intentions, and I have any doubt that they would get it right with me. But things happened. An individual passed away that was involved in it, and just the whole thing came apart. And so here I am today. The situation is now, I got behind trying to get a modification here. Tried to keep putting the money away to cover the the payment, but I just couldn't keep up with it. It was just it was just too onerous of a scenario, and had some rough years in there, and just couldn't do it. Now we're solvent, but I have this arrearages that I have to make up, and I've saved a lot of the money that I would have gone to that, but not enough, So, and the figures, if you want to be exact, I probably got about 105 to 110 squirreled away to go towards making the arrearages and getting back whole. But we need a good solid 80,000, maybe even a dash more. The GoFundMe that we're trying to do here is to just get us back whole.
Hi guys, thank you so much for taking the time to check out our second video. I wanted to take the time to thank everybody for all their help that they've done for us so far. It's only been a short 6 days and we already have 226 shares on Facebook, 130 views on YouTube, 23 donors on GoFundMe, and we've managed to raise $1,495 in just a short 6 days. We thank you so much. We could not do this without you. We would also like to send a personal thank you to everybody who has donated to us. We will not be reading the last names just to keep it, somewhat private. But we would just like to personally thank Grace, Eugene, Dee Dee, Dalton, Shelby, Coral, Adam, Christina, Liz, Kimberly, John, Judy, Sophia, Rhiannon, Anne, Laura, Levi, Kiani, Gigi, Christina, Stephen, Anthony, and to Anonymous. You guys know who you are. Thank you guys again so much for your donations. Please help by sharing this video with anybody you can think of that would be interested in supporting what we do and helping us. The link to our GoFundMe and the original video is in the description below. Thank you so much, and let's save the American Skill Factory.